Hey guys, this is Patrick Moorhead. I'm a TME at NVIDIA, and today I'm going to show you how to build a fully local, always-on AI assistant using just three things. First, I'd like to talk about NVIDIA NemoClaw. It's an open source stack that gives your AI agent a secure, sandboxed runtime. Next is Nemotron 3 Super, 120 billion parameters, which is essentially an open model built for agentic workloads. And last but not least, Telegram, so you can talk to your agent from anywhere on any device. And so with NemoClaw, DGX Spark, everything stays local. Your data, your model, your agent. No cloud dependencies at runtime. So today I'm going to show you a finished product first, and then I'll get the chance to walk you through the full install. All right, so let's get into it. So right here, I'm on my Spark. I'm SSH into my DGX Spark. And so now it's actually time to connect to my agent. So first I'm going to type in NemoClaw, whatever you named your agent, and connect to it. It's going to connect to your sandbox. And then after that, you're going to type in OpenClaw TUI or Terminal UI. And cool. So we're actually, we're in the UI. So this is one way to connect with it. I can say things like, who is Jensen and what did NVIDIA release in April? All right, so it came back and it said Jensen Huang is the co-founder, etc. of NVIDIA. Then it says in April 2026, NVIDIA announced / rolled out several notable updates, etc. Right, with some releases from this month, right? Maybe some headlines, etc. So this is good. This is a good response, but this isn't the only way to interact with your agent. You can also go to web search, or sorry, not web search, but the web UI. And essentially here I can ask questions like, what can you do? Nice. So it came back with saying information research, workspace management, right? Create files, organize files, all the processes that OpenClaw and NemoClaw can do, these agents, scheduling, cron jobs, etc. Right? But this isn't the only other way to connect with your agent. What a lot of people are interested in is Telegram. So you can actually communicate with NemoClaw through Telegram, meaning you don't have to communicate it with the device that it's on. So I can say, use the web and, I don't know, figure out who Patrick Moorhead is. All right, so it came back and it said that there's apparently an analyst with the same name as me. And so, yeah, these are the three ways to essentially communicate with NemoClaw. And the one on Telegram you can have on your phone, so it works the same way as the app. Now, let's teach you guys how to actually get started. All right, so now I'm going to show you guys how to install NemoClaw. Let's get into it. So right here, I'm actually in a terminal on my DGX Spark. And so the first step is to essentially register the NVIDIA container runtime with Docker. You do that with this command here. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to set essentially the group namespace to host. And this is required for DGX Spark. I'm going to do that with this command here. I know you can't see it, so I'm going to go ahead and hide my camera. Now you can pause it and copy paste this, etc. And I'm going to go ahead and enter this. After that, we're going to have to restart Docker. We do that with this command here. And then we're going to actually verify that the GPU is available within the container. And it should give us, nice, that GB10. So next step is we're going to actually install Ollama, which is going to serve our models here. Awesome. Yeah, so next we're going to configure Ollama to listen on everything so the sandbox can actually reach it. We do it with this command. It's at the bottom, so you can still see it. There we go. Perfect. Okay. And then next what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do another reload and then essentially restart Ollama. I'm going to go ahead and pick my ID. There we go. Authentication complete. Next what we're going to do is we're going ahead and curl Ollama. Ollama is running, base, right? And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to pull Nemotron 3 Super. And so essentially it's just a Ollama pull Nemotron 3 Super. It's going to pull it. Shocker, we already have it downloaded just for the sake of time. After that, I'm going to do confirm. What's it called? No, sorry. It's a Ollama list, and basically see. There we go. I guess it was modified, downloaded 12 seconds ago. We have really fast internet, guys. And then so now what we're going to do is we're actually going to now download NemoClaw finally, and you can do it through one curl command. It's super easy. We're going to go ahead and do that now. And there we go. It's going to open up this awesome CLI, right? Essentially, this is going to be a wizard that's going to ask us like things like sandbox name, where we want to pull the model, do we want web search, etc., right? And then we can also get into some policies as well to toggle Telegram. There we go, cloning NemoClaw, and it should prepare a lot of the gateway stuff as well. There it is. There's the gateway. So it's running through some checks, and we kind of went over that with Docker, with Ollama, etc. So right now it's starting the gateway, right? Takes a little bit of a second. I did not pre-download this. All right, well, here we are. And now it's time to actually configure our inference. And so if you did the steps before, you should have now gotten this local Ollama step, which we're going to press 7. But if that didn't pop up, you can also use endpoints as well if you want to use that. So right here we have our Nemotron model. It's going to go ahead and load that through Ollama. All right, and so now we're on the step to actually enable our Brave web search. So I'm going to hit yes, and it's going to actually activate the policy for it. And so it enabled web search because I already had my key in there. But if you haven't yet, it would actually go ahead and ask you for a key. And so right now we get 3 policies that are built in that we can actually use. So right here we have access to Telegram, Discord, or Slack. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to press 1 for Telegram. And essentially what that's going to do is it's going to toggle it here. You can see because it kind of highlights, right? Now I'm going to press enter. And so pretty much it's going to say, now I need to go to BotFather and create a bot. So now what that's going to look like is I already did it here, but I don't want to show you guys my keys because that would be bad. And so essentially you want to go and you want to add this BotFather here, and you want to type in /new bot. It's going to say, all right, a new bot. What are we going to call it? Give it a name, and then a username for your bot, right? And essentially I got it wrong, but now I just changed it, and it's NVIDIA test bot, right? But I think the name actually has to end in bot. That's the big key thing. And so now it's going to ask for a Telegram bot token. And so I'm going to go ahead and paste my bot token in. It's going to say, go ahead and send /start to user info bot, or whatever you called it on Telegram, to get your actual ID. And so what that would look like is you would actually go and do the same process within user info bot, type in /start, and it would give you your unique ID for Telegram, right? And so here I'm going to go ahead and enter in mine. All right, so after that, it saves your Telegram user ID, and now it's time to actually name your sandbox. So for mine, just for the sake of a demo, I'm going to call it my assistant, right? That's what we've been calling it in all these demos. And it's going to actually build our sandbox, right? All right, here we are. And so now we can actually access some policy presets, essentially. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick with balanced here, but you can go with balanced, open, or restricted. Let's go ahead and confirm that. So these are some policy presets. So if you want to have access to NPM, PyPy, Hugging Face, Brew, etc., Brave, then you would do that. So you can eventually add it later. You don't have to set it up immediately in the wizard. And there we are. So now it says installation complete, or your OpenClaw sandbox is now live. So what we're going to do is it says next, I need to type in these commands, right? There we go. And then we're also going to type in NemoClaw, whatever you named it. And one thing to note is we're actually going to get a dashboard here. We're in a URL. Make sure you actually keep this in a safe spot, because this is very important because it has your token in it, right? Essentially the token for if you're going to export this somewhere else, it'd be like your password to your agent. But since mine's localhost, that won't work out, right? Next step is once you're connected, you'll see it with this sandbox at my agent. We're going to go ahead and want to type in OpenClaw TUI. So right here, we're in the OpenClaw TUI, and I can say, hello, who is Jensen? There we go. So now it says, hello, I'm not sure which Jensen, right? And we can actually see that we're using the OpenClaw TUI and also, using Nemotron 3 Super. Now, for the next really important step is we're going to actually start a new window, okay, a new terminal. And let me go ahead and find it. There we go. Here, oops. Right now, I'm actually going to re-SSH into my Spark. I'll do it here. Go ahead and I'm going to type in my password. Let me go ahead and blow this up for you guys. There you go. Nice. And so here, what we're going to do is we're actually going to type in a OpenShell forward start command so we can actually port forward the UI. And here it is here. So I already forwarded it, but essentially what you can do is it would say port forwarded, right? But now that I've already done that step, I don't have to anymore, but I thought I'd at least show that. And so one thing to do now, I can do it in the same terminal. So I'm going to go ahead and exit. And so now I'm in my local machine. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to listen to my Spark, right? So I have my IP and then the Spark IP. Type in my password. There we go. Go ahead and keep that. And so now what we're going to do is after you do that, you're going to open up a new browser and remember the URL I told you to keep above. What we're going to do is we're now going to type that in here and we'll actually have access to our chat, right? So that's all you have to do. You have to forward the port on your Spark and you have to listen on with the other command on whatever laptop you want to access it with. And so I show that here. It actually keeps the chat and you can talk to it as normal, right? But I think that the next thing to also set up, so that's web UI and that's also the terminal UI. Let's go ahead and let's start the Telegram setup. And what I want to show you is now I exit the sandbox. I'm going to want to type in OpenClaw pairing. And pretty much what's going to happen is it's going to bring me to some inbound requests, right? And it'll have inbound requests, etc. Whenever you start Telegram, what's going to happen is you're going to go ahead and you're going to ask Telegram a question, right? Which I would here. And whenever you first ask the question on Telegram, it's going to actually give you a code. I can't show mine, but that code will, you'll use it here and you'll do, OpenClaw. You'll do OpenClaw pairing approve Telegram. So it looks something like OpenClaw approve pairing or OpenClaw pairing approve Telegram, and then your actual pairing code here, right? So it looked like pairing code that you would get through Telegram, right? And so now that gets paired, all you'd have to do is you'd have to go to your bot, which would be here. And I went and I asked the question, hey, I just said hi. I could say, again, who is Jensen, right? That's kind of the dummy question, right? And there it is. There are a few well-known people that come to mind, Jensen, etc. So right now we're getting inference from, let's see, the web UI, the Telegram UI, and then also the terminal UI. And that's set up for everything, right? I hope you enjoyed, and let me know if you have any questions.